welcome back to CE Week TV, powered by GeekBeat. I'm Callie Lewis.
I'm Michael Artsis. We're here in New York City, and we're having a blast.
I'm sad that my robots disappeared.
Well, I'm sure we'll find them later.
Yeah, but right now it's time to get a little bit, well, not serious. I wouldn't call Scott Kerr serious exactly, but he is from Time Inc. Thank you so much for joining me.
We mean business.
It sounds serious,
I know,
but we're not going to get serious because we have something fun to talk about.
No, we're going to talk about women in mobile, the unbreakable bond. And
so, actually,
go ahead.
before we get started, can you get me my phone?
Absolutely.
I'm really feeling anxious right now because I don't have it in my hands. Okay, now we can move on.
Perfect. I'm glad you took your smartphone out. In one word, think about your smartphone and your relationship with your smartphone. Give me one word that describes your relationship with your smartphone.
Dave is whispering sexy in my ear. I literally take it, and I don't go anywhere without it. It is always on me, in my pocket, and if I don't have a pocket, I will literally find a spot in my, like right here on the side, just to
we need a holster
hold
for
it,
you.
It's like a companion.
So it is my companion.
Right.
That's a good word. I was struggling to find a single word, but that describes it.
You know, it's funny because in our
Okay, now
study
it's
that
not
we
coming
did,
out.
why it's called Women in Mobile, the Unbreakable Bond, because we're finding that when it comes to women and mobile, it's kind of a love affair.
It is.
A human romantic love affair
But
with
wait,
their
are
smartphone.
you saying it's more of a love affair, more of an unbreakable bond than men and mobile?
Absolutely.
Really?
We talked with, I'm talking about emotional relationship.
There's
We
an
had
emotional relationship with her phone?
a love affair with women. Because women were saying, when we, in the study that we did, we asked women to put the phone up to their, just to talk to their phone, and what would you like to say to it? One woman said, you know, I love you, but you drive me crazy sometimes.
Sounds like a husband.
Said,
right?
one other woman said, you know, my relationship with my smartphone is much like the ideal human romantic relationship. So, well, why is that? Because you expect everything from it and expects nothing from you.
But there are no flowers.
No flowers.
No candlelight
I
dinners.
can't take care of
but
flowers
you do have,
anyway, so.
But you do have to charge it at night, so that's it.
That's my big problem.
Yeah, that's what it asks
You
for
do,
back.
That is what
That's
it
the
asks
only
for, is
thing.
power.
So we're really excited about this study because marketers are really want to learn more about the mobile consumer. I don't know if you've seen that slide that Mary Meeker keeps throwing up on that we're spending 20% of our time in front of mobile devices, but only 4% of the ad dollars are going to mobile. Why is that? Because we're trying to figure out the mobile consumer. And that's what this study was for.
Yeah.
How to sort of crack that code on who the mobile consumer is, especially women, because women are more likely to use tablets and smartphones than men. It's become really this emotional relationship, and that changes everything.
Well, I do think that that's true. Look, I mean, I would consider myself really tech savvy. I know my way around a lot of products, yet I can't do Facebook on my phone. I really struggle.
Really?
I really struggle with some simple apps. See, it's your reaction like that, but I hand my phone to my wife. I go, can you deal with this?
Right.
And my wife is always on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. She never parts with the phone. She's got all sorts of apps for my son Jack.
Right.
You know, he's a 1-year-old, so tracking his diapers, his sleep, his eating, this. I can't handle all that. It's too much input for me. I email, text messages. I surf the web. I can go on. I can watch the sports scores. There are other things I love and can do with it, operating cameras and equipment. But I use it as a tool. Where she uses it for fun, I guess.
I use it for my life. I mean,
Right.
you say that, but I make my phone decisions based on what it allows me to accomplish in my life. Work is the number one and most important thing in my life, right? And so I use the Note 2 because I can get the most work done out of one device, and that does make me love it and be attached to it, and we are emotional creatures, right? So I would be very sad if I lost
and
this.
what is interesting is that the way you use it, the way men use it and women use it is exactly what you said.
Huh.
For men, the reason why there's that emotional connection to their smartphone is because the way they use it for what their value is
Tinder and
sports
Snapchat. I forgot about those.
No, you or your wife. I don't know.
Oh no, that's my nephew who's here producing, and that's how I learned about that.
Right.
Okay.
Daniel.
Too much information. So So we're saying that men just really want to use it for productivity. That's why there isn't that emotional connection. Productivity, scores, news, even in this time, our downtime, which we're not even saying downtime anymore in our study, we're saying there's now time, because every time is an important time throughout the day for a marketer to connect with the mobile consumer. You know, in the past, remember before mobile, I don't know if you remember before mobile, when we were waiting online on the elevators or on Starbucks.
We talked to people.
We talked to people.
Yes.
What's that?
And now, and now that we're using our smartphones to fill those with mobile moments, and for a marketer, that's great, because now they can use that opportunity to target them. And during those mobile moments, men and women are using it for very different reasons.
But it's very funny that you say that about productivity, because that's what I always feel when I look at my phone. What could I be doing? How can I get stuff done? Could I be reading, getting information? Can I go on sites to get gadget news? What can I be doing that is efficient?
Right.
And I always say to people, I love my phone because it makes me more efficient.
Right.
But I don't have that emotional attachment, and that's really the way I look at it, as a tool.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, I look at it as a tool too, because I'm not a typical woman.
Right.
I don't carry a purse.
Right.
I don't like shoes. I don't, I'm not in terms of the way I think about things. But this is a tool to me. But at the same time, I guess I am somewhat of a woman. Hey, who knew?
We could tell, by the way. The viewers can tell. They've noticed.
Do you use Pinterest and Instagram? Are you not one of those? Because we were finding, and you're saying that one of the emotional reasons that they're emotionally connected to is because women have found, before smartphones came along, women would go to their PCs for things that were more emotional in nature, and that was social media, shopping, things like that. But it was more by appointment time. If you're not by your computer, you couldn't do it. And now the smartphone came along, you put the smartphone in her hand, and now she's really able, and women were saying this, be able to express their inner values, their core values, if you will, to a wider stage. You know, on Instagram, we're sort of living in these, with these apps that are more inspiration engines, for lack of a better word.
Indeed.
And women are using that to express themselves on social media about who they are and the brands they like. And for a marketer, if you can sort of connect with women, they will more likely to express their love, if you will, for brands on her social sites.
So in practical reality, how am I going to notice the fact that that's being targeted? Like, is there an,
Are you talking about an advertising? Yes.
Yeah.
So a smart advertiser who would be able to figure out what your habits are, the sites you go to, how you use it, when during the day you're whether you're doing something, they will be able to.
They get that info from the NSA?
Yeah, exactly. And they will be able to target you at that moment during the day on that device when you need it most.
Okay.
But we were finding that a lot of consumers are not thrilled with mobile advertising. Anybody we spoke to didn't say, "Oh, I love mobile advertising." Everybody was quite the opposite.
Right.
But women were saying that they would be they would accept mobile advertising into this device that she loves so much, if like under 4 rules. You have to sort of ask her permission. There's a relationship, right?
Right.
You have to you have to be real and relevant to the content she's looking at, and just like any relationship, you have to look your best.
Yeah.
So the images have to be nice, not a lot of words, and you have to involve her in the conversation. So based on these 4 rules of the road, which we sort of came up with, that's how we think marketers would be able to better connect with consumers on their devices.
Awesome.
Very interesting.
Well, thank you for that insight. That helps us understand a little bit of what's going on in our lives and in their lives.
I hope you think about your device a lot differently now.
Yeah.
And it's tablets as well. It's not just phones.
Well, it's mostly smartphones.
Okay.
Tablets are literally considered a completely different device.
thing.
It's more for entertainment purposes and things like that.
Is there a place that people can go to find out more about the study?
Yes, go to timeinc.com and go to the advertising section, and there's information on the study, or you can contact me at Scott_Kerr@timeinc.com.
Wow, he just gave his email address on air. That never happens. Thank you so much.
I didn't give my Twitter handle, but that's okay.
Go ahead, give your Twitter handle.
Okay, at Scott_Kerr.
There you go.
Okay. Thanks so much, Scott.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, I am going to go do some stuff on my phone while you take over the show. So
all right,
go for it.
I'll take over the show. For Callie, I'm Michael Artsis. We'll be back right after this with a whole lot more from CE Week here in New York City on GeekBeat. Go to geekbeat.tv/CE Week to catch up with all the stuff you've missed, and the archives. go to geekbeat.tv/live to join our chat room, and we'll be back in just a few moments.
I love
I'm Michael Artsis, alongside Callie Lewis. Be terrific.